Hello? Today is the 700th day of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, and I will briefly tell you about the main military news of Ukraine for January 24th. Ukrainian electronic warfare helps repel missile attack. BBC. For the first time, Ukraine's military command says it was able to neutralize 24 Russian missiles using electronic warfare rather than air defense. Western analysts talk about a turning point in the defense of Ukraine's skies. At the beginning of the year, the Ukrainian government boasted of the latest means of defense against Russian missiles. Experts suggest that this is the secret Pokrova system. Kuleba, DPRK supplies Russia with better shells than the west of Ukraine. The main points from the interview with the Ukrainian Foreign Minister. Although Ukraine has significantly increased its production and will continue to do so, the defense industry of the states that help us is not able to produce enough products. North Korea is a more effective partner for Russia than a friend for us. When it comes to making concrete decisions, we see how our partners sometimes get bogged down in endless discussions. The best way to ensure the security of Germany and other European countries is to give Ukraine everything it needs to win. We don't need Taurus missiles to attack Moscow, we need them to destroy logistics behind enemy lines in Ukraine. Today, Ukraine managed to shoot down a military aircraft over the Belgorod region in Russia. Russian media reports that there were more than 60 soldiers and crew on board. All of them were killed. Video from the crash site of the Il-76 shows 2 bodies. It is not known where the other dozens of bodies, mentioned by Russian propagandists, are located. A prisoner exchange was also supposed to take place today. No exchange of prisoners is out of the question now. The head of the State Duma Defense Committee Kartapolov commented on the shooting down of Il-76. Ukraine is building a large-scale 3-level line of defense borders in all directions. Tens of billions of hryvnias have already been allocated for this, the Prime Minister of Ukraine. Britain wants to buy Taurus from Germany in order to transfer more Storm Shadow cruise missiles to Ukraine, Handelsblatt has reported. According to the newspaper, the proposal has been under consideration for several weeks. In Avdiivka, the Russians climbed into our rear through pipes. The Russians were able to saw through passages in an old underground pipe and get to the rear of our fighters near the Tsarskaya Okhota resort complex in the south of Avdiivka. This was accomplished on the 3rd attempt. Before that, the enemy faced the problems of insufficient air and flooding of the pipe. A group of 150 occupants overcame 1.2 miles and climbed out behind the backs of the AFU, resulting in the loss of positions. British authorities need to mobilize people to prepare for war with Russian Federation, the head of the country's general staff. Britons need a shift in consciousness to realize that they need to be prepared for a major conflict. Sanders. According to Politico, many Western leaders are now warning of the risk of a major war between Moscow and NATO. For example, Germany's defense minister said a Russian attack on NATO is possible in 5 to 8 years. And a senior alliance official called for military transformation because the bloc now faces the most dangerous world in decades. Russians sacrifice an average of 400 soldiers in exchange for 1 square kilometer of land, Umarov says. That was all the main military news from Ukraine. Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest military news from Ukraine. Goodbye.